Davy Crockett.
I'm Zeph.
And I'm Hayden.
And welcome to the Camp Davy Chronicles, Season 3 premiere.
I'm nervous.
I'm not.
Well, I am. You might be noticing some major changes. Okay. I feel like we've already overused the sound effects. You might be noticing some major changes, and that is obviously we're interviewing, bringing him back from the summer.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. And listen, everybody just laughed. Zeph was against us using that joke again, but now it's there's no other major changes.
Also, Hayden and I switched seats.
That wasn't a change.
If you're what am I trying to say? If you're just listening and not on YouTube, then you may not know that Hayden and I sit down in chairs while we do this, and I have always been on the left chair on the screen. And and today we switched, and it's a revolutionary concept.
Yeah. Do you think that there's somebody that's like never watched on YouTube and doesn't know what we look like? If you've not gone to YouTube and seen what we look like in the past 2 seasons, you really ought to. One, because we're hilarious, obviously.
Are we more hilarious when you can see us? Okay.
And 2, we post the volleyball videos, which is where you can see.
That's true.
By skill. Is the only way to describe it.
The YouTube channel is very worthwhile in summer camp, during summer camp especially.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Oh, yeah. Maybe
trying to cheat.
I can't imagine that there's anyone who listens to the podcast that both has never met or seen us in real life, and also has not seen any of the social media or YouTube anything. Like, their purely only exposure to us is only through like Apple Podcast app or something.
Yeah, maybe. Like, who knows?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe if you're out there, leave a comment.
Yeah, at least go on YouTube and see what we look like.
Yeah, I mean, probably just like my brother or somebody will lie and leave a comment.
Yeah, probably. I've never met him. So this is crazy. It's 3 seasons.
3 seasons. Can you believe it's been this 2 years since we started?
I know.
This?
I can't actually.
It feels like it's been it's only like 1 year and 3/4.
Yep.
Like not that long.
You know, it's funny. People say that they're like, "Oh, I can't believe it's been," but when you really think about it, that's normally how things work. But I remember during COVID, us sitting and thinking, man, we're just that dumb. We should have a podcast because people would listen. And here we are to you listening to our dumb conversations.
Oh, yeah. Those all 50 to 100 of you who are listening right now.
I feel like you could be doing something better with your time. No, I'm joking. We're going to have fun with that. Something that was brought to our attention, though, literally just, 2 minutes ago, is that if you are watching YouTube while driving, don't do that. That's a bad idea.
That is a very bad idea. And I laugh, but that's...
I want to address that. I don't think it's a problem, but I wanted to address it to make sure that it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem for somebody, I'm sure. But hopefully not for any of the intelligent people who listen to our podcast.
Yep. So what in season 3, what's next?
What is next? Well, we were thinking about this going into this episode because every season premiere so far has had something big and new and exciting. That's true. The first one... There was a podcast in that. That's crazy. So people paid attention, wow. The second one, a few people. Yeah. The second one, it was the first time that we had video. And so that was new. Yeah. And so, it got people's attention. And now for this third one, we're kind of desperate.
What happens now?
So we swapped seats. We added an extra light bulb. So if it looks slightly different on YouTube, wow, that's why. Also, I have that, but it's not really anything. We have talked about getting an actual soundboard though. Yep. Hayden,
that is a fact.
Claims that he's ordered one.
Yeah, that's true. We were thinking about adding it, and I've ordered it to see if we're gonna test pre before putting it out on episode because we want it to be the best.
Yeah.
And so if it's anything less than that, we're gonna throw it in the trash.
So no promises. Yeah. But if we don't get it, because like soundboard would be a cool thing to add for season 3. So if we don't get the regular one to work, then I'll just start every episode by using my phone to make the air horn sound.
That's terrible. If you're like me and you vote against the soundboard idea,
you mean the soundboard in general or just my phone version?
Everything. I hate sound effects.
Why? You're the one who ordered it. You didn't even...
Well, no, but it's not just a soundboard. Listen, there's a whole lot of technical stuff. Okay. I want a new microphone. Okay. I want us to be crisper in your speakers.
True. We are potentially going to be moving to a new room.
That's true. A secret multi-roomed super secret layer.
Our underground bunker has more than one room, and we're going to swap from one room to another that has better sound control.
Yeah. We were walking down the hallway just a minute ago and saw Batman. He rents out the space next to us. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's our source of income. That's where the podcast budget comes from. Yeah, because Batman funds us.
Yep. But yeah, that could be cool. Maybe we'll get out of the corner and maybe you get some cooler stuff. That would be.
Yeah, maybe we'll be on a straight wall instead of a corner. That would be like a big deal.
We could go to Mars,
man. All these ideas.
Yeah, you think somebody's got the budget to do that? Going to Mars. That would be... I'm just thinking about Mars now.
Anyway, cool. So what has happened since the last time we podcasted, Hayden Guevara?
Well, that was last year.
That was
2023.
Oh my gosh. It's 2024 now.
Yep. Happy New Year's. If you've not celebrated yet.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
I don't celebrate my New Year's until the middle of the year. Just to switch it up.
Doesn't 2024 feel like super future-y for some reason?
Yeah, it does.
Like, I feel like
oh, go ahead.
More than 2023. Well, obviously, because it is more in the future than 2020. But all of a sudden, it's like 2024 sounds like that's the year that would be on like a movie that's in the future.
Well, that's like, what I feel like. All of these years that we're getting to is like old sci-fi movie years that they were like, wow, this will never happen. Mm-hmm. In 2024, it's like, wait, but we're here now. It's like when Back to the Future happened in like 2016. We all thought we were going to get hovercrafts, but we didn't.
Hey, they exist.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yep. Maybe one day. And then we could do the podcast on them. Riding around camp.
That's for season 4. Yeah. The hover podcast.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, on Mars.
But anyway, winter camp.
Yeah, winter camp did happen.
Winter camp did happen, in case you couldn't understand Hayden while he was yawning.
Yeah, hey, tired. So winter camp did happen. It was at camp, David Crockett.
Usually is.
During the winter.
Yep.
Before Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah. And it snowed again.
It did.
Okay, hold on. I actually have you to blame for this.
Oh, okay.
So on our last episode of season 2 of the Christmas Chronicles, you said that winter camp was going to be like 60 degrees. That was your prediction.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was, though. On the I guess it was Sunday, during the day, was very warm.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't hot. It was warm.
I don't think it ever gets 60 degrees.
We'll have to figure it out. I took my jacket off and was wearing short sleeves and on the range as we were shooting about in a safe manner.
You're also wearing glasses all weekend.
That's true.
Which was weird.
Listen, I am starting a new fashion trend, okay? And I don't think safety glasses should be
safe.
Yep. Yeah, no. I don't know. I think they should be a part of the person and not just something you wear. And so I'm starting.
What does that mean? So you're going to like surgically embed glasses into yourself?
Yeah.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yep. 2025. It's gonna be good.
New year, new me.
But yeah, so that was fun. And then there was something specific that I wanted to talk about.
About winter camp?
Yeah, specifically that it snowed on Monday.
Yeah, it snowed Sunday night.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it didn't.
It did.
It didn't start snowing until after midnight.
That's still Sunday night.
No, it's not. It's Monday morning.
No, it's both. If it's when it's dark, then it's night.
No, I didn't make the time.
Anyway, it was similar to exactly 2 years ago when we did our first episode of the podcast.
Hey, where it snowed on Monday.
Yes, because it snowed. So there was a really big snow that was coming in Sunday night / Monday, and everybody left on Sunday and it was just us left on Monday morning, and we recorded the first episode of the podcast there at camp.
That is true. But that's the one that got deleted.
Yeah. Anyway, still, did you end up rediscovering that?
Maybe I didn't.
Okay,
that
maybe
could be the big surprise
for the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, the 10th anniversary. Gosh, we're barely at 3. But yeah.
But
so
anyway,
it was actually really cool. It snowed. It seemed that it snowed a lot more this year than it did the past like 2 years. Because I think it snowed a little bit the last year.
Yes,
but it didn't snow near as much.
So far, it has snowed every winter camp since we moved it to Martin Luther King weekend.
Yeah. But this year it snowed like a lot. I think camp ended up getting like 6 or 7 inches of snow. Oh. And that's a lot of snow for camp that normally doesn't have any.
That's almost as tall as me. If it was
in feet
instead of inches.
But no, see, you left like early that morning.
Yes, because I didn't want to get snowed in for an entire week. Because
you're scared. I stayed until noon.
Well, I had places to be on Monday, but then they got canceled, so I didn't actually.
Yeah, because it snowed. I stayed till noon, and we had a snowball fight with hot chocolate, and we went sledding.
Nice. I went sledding the next day at my house, so it's.
Well, it wasn't near as fun.
Yeah, it was.
But it was great. And then I talked to Dale.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Camp director.
Cool guy.
And he said that there was still snow down there like last Monday, which would have been, what is today? The 25th. So it would have been, what's Monday? The 22nd.
Yeah.
And there was still snow. So a week out, and there was still snow on the ground.
Yeah. I think there was still snow here a week after.
Ruin the surprise.
Okay. What surprise?
The magic.
It's already happened. It's been 2 weeks now when this comes out.
Maybe the people that Anchor says that are listening from Germany, maybe they don't know what snow is. Does it snow in Germany?
Yes, I think so.
Well, maybe they're from Greenland.
But maybe they don't know the English word.
Yeah, or I guess Iceland. Iceland's the one that doesn't snow because it's green.
No,
Iceland's green. Greenland's
still
snow.
Really far north. They still get snow.
Maybe they're in like Madagascar, like the movie. There wasn't any snow in that movie. I assume that's legit. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then I went home. And then like everything was canceled and I was sad.
That's true. I actually really liked it because I was feeling like coming back from winter camp and the next day is when school starts that I was like not ready for school to start because break hadn't been long enough. That
sounds
so
hard.
Yeah, but then when we had a couple days extra because of the snow, I felt like now the break's been long enough.
That was all I needed. It's just syllabus week. Nothing important happened that week.
Extra like 2 days made all the difference for me.
That's true. I did get to like take a nap and like fully recuperate. But anyways, that was great. So what else has happened between then and now? Not much.
I mean, not a lot. It's just been Christmas.
Yeah, it's only Martin Luther King weekend was just like 2 weekends ago, and so it's not like was that.
But you know what has happened?
What?
Camp Davy Chronicles Season 3 began.
Well, how'd you know that?
Today. It's a big moment in Camp Davy Chronicles history.
That's true. It's the first time it's ever happened.
That's true.
For the third time. I guess it's annual now. First episode.
It's that third.
It's the third annual. What? Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah. Third annual. It's an annual thing now. So the word of the day and the joke of the day are something that has been made a mockery of here lately.
It has?
Yeah, I feel like it has.
Why is that, Hayden? The word and joke of the day are a staple of Camp Davy Chronicles culture. They should never be mocked.
The word of the day, at least, was designed to teach our audience new words that they've never heard before.
Yeah.
And recently, for the past season 2, most of the guests picked words that were simple and easy. And I have strived.
And you picked beetle once.
Yeah, but it didn't mean beetle. I'll beetle. I don't remember. Something. But anyways, I have striven to find a word that no one knew before this. Are you ready?
I bet I am not ready.
The word of the day is Annie Goglin.
Annie Goglin?
Annie Goglin. Okay.
Like if you put goggles on
Annie.
Annie?
Yep.
The dog?
She's goggling. No. It means when two or more objects are placed and they are intended to be aligned, but one is obviously or noticeably crooked.
I'm gotta picture this. This is a complicated image.
So if you put two boxes together, they were meant to be in alignment,
like exactly perfect.
But one was noticeably. See that's the word. Noticeably.
Okay.
Crooked. That box would be Annie Goglin.
Annie Goglin.
Annie Goglin. I got this word from a Southerner in a documentary about the South. And he used it in context.
Okay.
He was talking about his windows on his house. And he said that left window is Annie Goglin. And I was like, I've never heard that word before. And so now it's here.
Oh my goodness. So it's like the nemesis of OCD people.
Yeah.
Is Annie Goglin things.
Yep. But what was the other word? Cattywampus. It's similar to that.
Yeah,
word.
it is similar to cattywampus.
But see, cattywampus can be like, you can just say that it's cattywampus and speak it into existence. But Annie Goglin is noticeably. Like if you think that something's askew, you can say, oh, that's just cattywampus. But this one you have to notice.
This is specifically like askew in relation to another thing.
Right, yeah. Yeah, two or more objects not aligned.
Like two or more of the same kind of object.
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. I guess it's two or more alignable objects.
Right. Because like with cattywampus, it's in relation to just like
one
Earth,
object. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
like the whole horizon or whatever being
Yep.
Not horizontal.
Yep. Sure. I've never looked out at the sky and been like, man, that horizon out there, it's all cattywampus.
No, I mean the thing that is cattywampus is in relation to the horizon.
Oh yeah, it's not level.
Yeah, the horizon can not be horizontal. That's what it means. Can you imagine if you looked outside and the sky was just like tilted?
Yep.
You're like, man.
The clouds were like straight up and down. Well, I guess clouds do that. What's like the nimbus? Whatever. I don't know.
Or it could just mean that your head was tilted.
Often happens. Looking out the crooked window and just like, oh,
the Annie Goglin window. Yeah. Now we need to, at summer camp this year, we need to put goggles on Annie.
Yep, take a picture.
So she can be.
I'm sure it's happened before.
Annie, this might be an unpopular opinion, but Annie is my favorite camp dog.
Yeah, have you met the new Annie?
The new Annie, what?
Yeah, so there is a new, Annie has a twin.
What?
Annie, did you not hear me?
No.
Annie has a twin.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think it's Spot. I think it could have been Scooter. It definitely starts with an S.
Okay, and it's a boy.
Yes.
Okay.
And it looks exactly like Annie.
And it's Dale's?
Yeah, or Cheryl's. I don't know.
Yeah, right. But like they have.
They
got another dog that looks just like Annie.
Yep.
Is Annie having an identity crisis?
No, I don't. What?
What?
I've seen both of them in the same room.
Okay.
So it's not like Batman.
Okay.
She's not like going back and forth. Okay. This dog is significantly smaller than Annie currently because it's a puppy.
So they're not twins.
Well, they're like, it's a miniature.
Okay.
Miniature Annie.
Well, Annie's
maybe it's Annie Goglin.
Annie's still the original and will always be first in my heart.
Yeah, or as the cool kids say, an OG.
The OG. The original Goglin.
Yep. So I know that this whole time has been pretty funny, but let's see if we can raise up the funny factor with a joke.
A joke. Okay. So one day, a man was traveling around looking for some odd jobs that he could do.
Okay. Yeah.
And he came up to this guy who gave him a paintbrush and a bucket of paint and said, for $150, you can paint my porch.
Okay.
And he's like, okay. And so a few hours later, he came back and he said, well, I'm done, but I'll have you know that you have a Ferrari, not a Porsche.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
I get it.
You painted the car.
Yeah, he painted the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you didn't write.
What if he did a really good job on it?
No, but the kind of paint that you put on a porch, I feel like would be very not good on a car.
Maybe. Have you ever tried it?
No, because it's made for different things.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Hey, this was literally the only joke that I had in my reserves left, and so I was like, wow.
Imagine at the porch paint factory, they got it confused
and sent it to the car factory,
and they were selling Porsche paint, and so it just works really well on my car. Yeah, see.
So it was actually, man. It's a whole. You got to fill out the lore of the story so that he actually. He saved him.
Yeah, one day
making the mistake.
One day at the Porsche paint factory, there was this guy, and he definitely did not mix up the two. And then later down the road, there was another guy who was looking for work.
Yeah.
See, I made the joke 100 times better, obviously.
Maybe. What are you looking at?
I can't see anything from this side.
I can't see anything either because the light bulb's right ahead of me. Hayden, what did you do at winter camp this year? You know, we're 20 minutes in and we didn't actually talk about the actual weekend of winter camp. We just talked about the snow.
At winter camp this winter, I was going to say summer, but it's this winter, I did the Crockett Frigid Frontier.
Is that the full name of it?
Yeah. I think it's actually,
The Frigid Frigid Frontier.
Crockett Frontier, Crockett gun thing. That's the full name. And not to be confused with the Crockett Wild Frontier.
Right.
Two different things. One's cold, one's not.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. The morning session on Saturday was absolutely freezing. I mean, it lived up to the name frigid. For the first time in the past 3 years that I've been up there doing it, we had to go get a heater, and because it was that cold.
Wow.
And normally we're like, no heater, go out, because we don't need one because we move around so much, and so there's not really a point.
Right.
But I got cold, and all the kids were like freezing, and it was funny. We were up there, and when you're shooting a rifle, you have to be still, okay, to actually get it on the target where you want to.
Yeah.
Well, it's very hard for youth or even me to sit there and be still when you're shivering.
Yeah.
And so
actually I think it's like by definition not possible to be still while you're shivering.
Yep. And so we were going to score their targets and have a little competition, and we decided not to specifically there because we couldn't do it.
You just got to overcome. Just stop shivering. Don't be cold.
Yep. I don't think that was possible. I felt bad. There was this one youth that was there, and he had like 10 jackets on, and he was just like shaking, and he was like, can I step like inside the room, because the room there, it was the wind that was cold. It was cold outside, but the wind made it like doubly cold.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. And I like would check on him every now and then, just be like, hey, you're still good, right? And he was like, yeah, I'm doing great. And I was like, okay, well, at least he's got the spirit. But I think at the end we had fun, and so that was really the only eventful thing that happened for us. Yeah, that's what we did on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. I did the same classes that I did last year.
Wow, which
was theater merit badge and taxidermy Crockett badge.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were pretty fun. They always have been. To be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to doing theater again.
Too many popsicle sticks.
We didn't have the popsicle sticks this time, but it ended up being a lot more fun than I remembered, and I was like, oh yay, I like this. We still probably won't do it next year just because of the requirements. It's not very good to do at winter camp, but it's just we've forgotten to take it off the schedule like 2 years in a row. But people still have fun in the class.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what were the two new Crockett merit badges we did? Beekeeping and...
I don't remember what the other one was. I know that we had beekeeping. That's the cool one to me, is beekeeping. But
we had another one.
Bees, guys. I love bees. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I love bees. If you've ever taken insect study with me, you know I devote a whole entire day to bees.
Yeah. I have a healthy fear of bees.
Yeah.
Because I'm allergic to them.
Okay, that's good then.
But
it's not good to be allergic. It's good, yeah.
I can enjoy their presence from afar.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know that if something dies in an ecosystem, that the ecosystem doesn't thrive.
What?
And so bees, I've watched the bee movie too. And,
okay, yeah. Well, that's all you need to know about bees.
Yeah, and I know that if they die, the Rose Bowl won't happen. So, the bee movie was, was a perfectly good quote. That wasn't a quote; it was a reference.
Right. So you wouldn't take the beekeeping Crockett badge?
I would take it. Well, they did have to deal with bees.
I don't think they had actual bees there.
They had a bee suit, and that's too much.
Right, but like the bees are all like dormant right now because it's winter.
Did you know? Okay.
What?
This is a true fact. I don't actually know that this is a true fact, but I was told by a bee expert.
Okay.
That bees during the winter, so they're dormant because it's cold. Yeah. But they can actually bundle together and produce up to 90 degrees of heat in their nest during the winter.
That's pretty wild. I didn't know how hot it was specifically. I knew that.
That's what he said, because we have a bee problem at our house.
Oh, yeah?
And so a bee expert, a bee man, came and looked at our bees, and he said that they were fine.
Barry B. Benson.
But yeah, he told us that, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yep. He also said we had yellow jackets, not bees. I am obviously not a bee expert.
You're right. But you know what else? You know what was new this year at winter camp? That was my favorite thing about winter camp this year.
What?
The soup bar.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the soup bar. Though, oh my goodness. If only it wasn't really hot in the summertime, then I would want to have that at summer camp too. But the dining hall, in case you didn't know, is where we eat the meals. And they will usually have a salad bar out for lunch and dinner, and sometimes some other a baked potato bar or something. Yeah, they have nachos chips. Sometimes in the summer. But at winter camp, for I think 3 of the meals, they added a soup bar, which was absolutely amazing. And they had potato soup, and they had chicken dumplings, and they had vegetable soup.
They had chili one night, which is not a soup.
We had a debate about chili, and there was a chili. There was a soupy chili, and then there was a chili.
Yep.
And so this is the real question: does chili depend on the consistency, or is it
content?
The content, yeah. If it has chili, because I say if it has chili beans in it, it's chili.
I don't know. See, Jeff,
Jeff,
our resident chili expert, told us we were wrong, and that it was solely based. I don't know. Actually, I don't want to put words in my mouth, but he said that it was based off of the consistency, of something.
Because traditional chili is a stew, not a soup.
Yeah. And see, the problem is, while me and Zeph had this debate at the table, Jeff told us this, and he said it with so much confidence that we both believed him.
Yeah.
And we thought he had some kind of authority on the soup chili market. And then he just told us that, hey, if you say anything with enough authority, people believe it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's.
He said that with confidence too, so I believed it.
It's a profound statement about the nature of human condition.
That's true. Well, speaking of human conditions, I have an interesting thought of the day.
Okay, that's good.
It
was just the very end of the sound.
The youngest picture of you, is also the oldest picture of you. Wow,
let it sink in.
Yeah,
that's very profound.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can you imagine?
If you want to, I guess, clarify to where you don't have the contradiction anymore, you could say the picture of youngest you.
The youngest picture of you is also the oldest picture of you.
Think about it.
And vice versa. Sense. The oldest picture of you is also probably the youngest picture of you.
Wow. Who would have known?
Yep.
Who would have guessed? What's the youngest picture of you, Hayden?
Well, this video.
Yeah.
Every 60 seconds. Yeah. What is it? There's 60 frames a second.
But they're 24 frames a second.
Sure. So there's 24 pictures, or there's 60 pictures.
I mean, I don't know what the frame rate of your phone camera is.
Well, I don't know that frame rate's how you describe a
traditional
camera.
Is 24.
Close enough.
But then they double it, and then sometimes they go up to 60. I don't know, man.
Either way, let's pose for a picture.
Oh, yeah. We got to smile for the picture. Winter Camp, season 3.
That was the picture. Yep. As I said, pose. You like moved everywhere. It was perfect. That is the youngest picture.
One of those frames will be the perfect thumbnail.
Yep. I won't take a picture of myself again until this posted. So that way, that's a true statement. Yeah, but that's the thought of the day. So if you have any suggestions on what we should do for season 3, leave them in the comments. Email us. Send us a pigeon. That would be cool. I would be really fascinated to get a messenger pigeon.
What was your favorite moment from season 2?
Oh, that's a good question.
And what did you learn from season 2?
What did I learn?
Yeah, you personally.
I learned that all of my words of the day are going to be great this season.
Okay, yeah.
That's my goal, and that's what I'm striving for.
Yeah. I learned not to try to do an accent for an entire episode of a podcast because it doesn't work.
Yep. That's actually good advice for most people. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself.
Yeah. Well, still that was the problem.
That was my useful advice for all the listeners.
Great advice, Hayden.
Yep. So do you say bye now since I said it?
Yeah, so we switched the intro. You have to do the outro too.
Yeah, I don't know what you say.
You know what I say. I literally say it every time.
It's a great day to be a scout at Camp Davy Fun.
Yay, bye.
Camp Davy Chronicles. It's a podcast about Camp Davy Crockett.